This tutorial illustrates the use of formal charge and explicit hydrogens in model building. If we, that's these, going to look at these menu items here. If we take, the normal thing is to not have explicit hydrogens checked, in which case this menu item reads add hydrogens in model build, and that's the normal situation. So that if we take a carbon atom and we model build it, what happens is it adds the normal 4 hydrogen atoms to it to get CH4, and that's the normal situation. If, however, what we wanted was not CH4 but we wanted CH5, there are various ways that could be accomplished. One is to use explicit hydrogens. Explicit hydrogen means that instead of having the model builder add the hydrogens, you're going to draw all the hydrogens yourself. So we put down a carbon and we start drawing the hydrogens 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get an error message when we try to draw the 5th one. Valence limit reached, because generally carbon only wants 4 hydrogens, and so if we're going to go outside the normal valence of carbon, we have to explicitly do so. This is just sort of a check for in simple situations you may want the user to be warned that carbon only has 4 bonds. But we're smarter than that, and so what we're going to do is to allow arbitrary valence, and then we can draw the 5. And so we have 5 bonds, and we model build that. What we get is this structure here, CH5. And in the same way, if we want to build CH3 or something like that, we probably don't want the model builder to add the hydrogens, but we'll draw them ourselves. There's another way to do this, however, and that is as follows. If we put down our carbon atom and want to go beyond the normal rules of valence, what we can do is we can take that carbon atom, select it, and change its formal charge. That is, the formal charge determines the number of hydrogens on this. So if we put a formal charge of +1 on this atom, and we might actually display some labels so we can see this. This is a carbon with a formal charge of +1. If we were to not use explicit hydrogens now, but just normally add the hydrogens in model build, what happens is it gives it 5 hydrogens, because this is a carbon with a formal charge of +1. So carbon with formal charge of +1 is CH5+, NH4+, OH3+, etc. If there's a formal charge of +1, it adds an extra hydrogen, CH5+, NH4+, which is the normal ammonia ion, and OH3+, these are all protonated species of the normal CH4, NH3, and OH2. If we have a formal charge of -1, it adds 1 fewer hydrogens. So we get CH3- and NH2- and OH-. OH- again being the normal ion for OH. Anyway, that's the use of explicit hydrogens, arbitrary valence, and the formal charge in the model builder. Add hydrogens is rarely used and is one that sometimes is possible, but the normal thing is to use this menu item here, either to model build and add the hydrogens, or if you're using explicit hydrogens, to just model build and not add the hydrogens. That's some facets of the model builder.